Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about the topic of Facebook ads, but specifically a question that a lot of people who run ads are always asking, and that is when it comes to budgets, how much should I spend when running a Facebook ad? Now there's different schools of thought to this question, but I'm going to be answering it based on my observations, based on my experiments, based on my experience, and just my overall contributions to the question and what I think you should take away from this conversation. So this is not going to be a very long video. It's just one for you to learn something from and possibly take something away from this video and impact into any of your campaigns, and you can get your results and feel free to share them with me. Before I continue, I would like to announce the winner of this week's course. So if you just saw your name on the screen, congratulations, you just won today's course. All you have to do, as always, is send me a DM, and if you want to win access to this course in the next video, simply drop a comment below and share this video. So when it comes to the issue of running Facebook ads, people always ask, how much is right to spend? How much should I spend? And what is a low budget, what's a high budget, and all that. So I'm going to tackle these questions from two angles. First of all, should you be spending money on Facebook ads? The answer is yes. Now, how much should you be spending on Facebook ads is going to be determined by a couple of things, but I'm going to tell you why you even need to spend money to start with. Now, advertising is a numbers game, and when it comes to advertising on social media, the more money you spend, the more people that you can reach. That's basically how it works, right? The more money you spend, the more people you can reach for the amount that you're spending. Now, when it comes to something like Facebook advertising, if you're not spending a lot of money, you are greatly limiting the number of people that you can reach with your post. This doesn't mean that you're not going to get sales or that you're not going to get conversions. What it simply means is that if you were to get a certain number of conversions, by virtue of how much that you're spending is going to determine how many those conversions are actually going to be. So let's say on a normal day, let me just give an example. Let's say you're spending $5 on an ad, and normally you would get about 2 conversions on that $5, right? That's where you're going to be capped at. But for example, if you increase that budget and maybe your business, you want to be getting about 10 conversions per day, and you increase that budget to like $50 per day or even $100 per day, you can start getting more results that way, right? By spending more. Now, what most people like to think of is they think they can spend a little amount of money, let's say that $5 for example, but then they want to get the maximum amount of orders from that $5. Now, while this may happen once in a while, it is not something that you can scale. It is not a business model that you can replicate. It's not something that other people can copy, because probably your adverts went viral for some reason or people were able to share it, but you can't guarantee that that's going to happen a lot of times. And so you can't really judge and use that as a benchmark for all the other adverts that you're going to be running, because it's simply just not possible. It's not possible for you to get that kind of result every single time. And even if you were lucky by some stroke of luck, you were able to get that kind of result on every advert, you cannot have that kind of results once you begin to increase the amounts that you're spending. So that's just it, right? If you want to get more results, you have to be willing to spend more on the adverts. Now, the second most important thing people like to ask is, how much exactly should I spend? So I'm not going to give you an exact number, but I'm going to give you a formula that you can use to calculate this by yourself. So what you want to do is, first of all, figure out what your objective is for running that ad. How many conversions do you actually need to get? So for example, let's say your business, you want to get about 100 sales per week, right? 100 sales per week, or let's say 100 sales per day. I'm just giving an example, right? You want to get 100 sales per day. Now you need to ask yourself, how much am I willing to spend to get a new customer? If the product that you're selling is about 10,000 naira or so, now you want to ask yourself, how much am I willing to spend in order to get that one sale that is 10,000. So what this means is that you need to determine what your marketing cost is. You're not saying that you must spend the amount of money to get a customer, but you're saying this is the amount I'm willing to spend in order to get a customer, right? So when you're running your adverts, you're going to be working with that number at the back of your mind. Let me give an example. Just like I said, you wanted to get 100 orders per day, right? And then you say, my product cost is 10,000 naira, but I'm willing to spend 2,000 naira to get a new customer, right? So this is going to inform your buying decision. Therefore, you know that if you want to get at least 100 sales per day, you should be willing to spend about 200,000 naira on adverts, because if you get those 100 sales, your money is going to be how much? You're going to make 1 million in revenue. Now, this doesn't mean you should start spending that 200k in one day, but it just gives you a mind frame that you can work with. So if you had a little budget to start with, you're not going to start expecting to get all the sales in the world if you're spending 2,000 naira on an advert, because you know that for that 2,000 naira, what your marketing says is that you should at least get one sale when you spend 2,000 naira. So if you are spending 4,000 naira on an advert, it means that you should get at least 2 sales before you say that that advert is a failure. If you're spending 6,000 naira on your campaign, it means that you should get at least 3 sales in order for that campaign to be good, right? But then you're definitely going to get more than those amount of orders. I'm just saying that that's a very good way to judge how much you're spending versus how much you are willing to make. The mistake that a lot of business owners make is that they just have this very vague idea of what a conversion is, and they have no way, they have no benchmark, they have no standard for calculating how much exactly they should be making on how much they are spending. So this is a framework that you can use to know how much you should be willing to spend in order to get results for your advert. So that's pretty much it for this video. Like I said, it's going to be a very short one, but over the next couple of days, I'm going to be putting out more videos, probably talking a lot more in depth into Facebook ads, because Facebook ads, as some of you might know, is one of the ways I'm able to, help businesses and brands and also make money for myself. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you. Also, I'm going to be sharing more knowledge on things that I've discovered, testing different stuff, and even the new changes that are coming to Facebook that will impact how you're going to be running your Facebook and your Instagram ads. So if you want to learn more about Facebook ads, I do have a program that goes in depth into everything about Facebook ads. I'm going to leave it in the description, and also I'm going to leave a link to my Telegram community so you can join there and get updates, get notifications once we release any new content on this channel or any of my other channels. Everything is going to be updated on that Telegram channel. So all the links are going to be in the description, and also check out the other videos on the channel, especially the ones that have to do with email marketing, because we're going to be talking about that very soon a lot, and also the ones that have to do with sales funnels and landing pages. All right, so I'll come your way next time. I remain Ndubisi. Do have a wonderful day.